welcome back to 2 J's in a Pod.
Welcome back. And today we've got our first special guest. It is
It's
John. Say hello, John, to the camera. No, so do you want to start or shall I start?
You start, go on.
So John is Janine's husband, and he's a very successful entrepreneur. He's going to give us some tips, life stories on how he began and where you are now.
So
So,
cringe.
go
I
on.
find it so cringeworthy when you say like entrepreneur.
Yes,
Why?
you
It's
are.
in your Instagram bio.
Is it?
It's on his Tinder bio.
So
It's what one
That's
year.
what railed me in.
let's go back to the start, actually talking about Tinder. So
Go on.
where did you meet?
Tinder.
Tinderella, we call her.
Tinderella.
Tinderella. Go on.
Best 8 minutes of my life, that.
Yeah.
And
Was
what
it
day
yours,
was it
John?
on?
It was on Valentine's Day.
And what were you on Tinder looking for? I know it's a bit off it, but
What
go
are you
on.
looking for?
Janine.
Janine, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. So no, it was in lockdown. I was on Tinder, and I saw Janine on Tinder, and then stalked her on Facebook a bit, and then she disappeared off Tinder, and then it was Valentine's night, and everyone's posting all these soppy messages and everything like that.
I was feeling dead sorry for myself.
I
for you.
was, yeah. And anyway, so I thought I'll go back on Tinder. And I was on there a few minutes, then Janine swiped for me.
Swipe you to the righty.
So I sent her a little Valentine's Day poem.
Go on, I remember this. Go on.
I can't.
Come on.
I
Do you want me to
can't.
start it off, Rose,
No.
of the Red?
Yeah, I think it did start like that,
It did,
and then you know, happily ever after. That's
Yeah.
Happily ever after. And it was just, and then 2 years later, was it 2 or 3 years later, engaged?
2 years later, we got engaged.
Yeah.
And being married a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wedding.
So it was.
No,
Oh, it was
but you took
amazing.
on, you owned some, so I know we're going to go over how you started, but you owned some bars, didn't you, in lockdown, and you took her on a date because
yes,
obviously you're
yeah.
a bar
Yeah.
nurse.
Did a little
Yeah, so
lock-in, didn't
it
we?
was quite nice actually, because obviously you couldn't go out, and it was you know, we went out and had a drink and had a dance, and you
It
know,
was absolutely brilliant.
it was, you know, the things you
So
take for
good.
granted, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's the thing that it took away from you, and you know, it was nice to go and do that.
Do you think that's why he's connected so well?
Oh, yeah.
Because, like,
And I
it
think
was-
we-
because I'm a good dancer.
And I think
Were you dancing around the bar together?
Yeah, I
Come
know we
over.
were. We were dancing all over.
Did you have a cheese board?
Yeah.
We had a
Yeah.
cheese
Yeah.
board,
Yeah.
yeah.
Charcuterie,
Just
actually.
charcuterie board, yeah.
Entrepreneur.
Oh, God, it was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? And then after, we never spent a day apart after that.
No, yeah.
Every single day.
Every single day.
The only
Yeah.
time we ever spend apart is if he goes shooting or, I don't know, if he travels with his dad or whatever, but
Yeah.
we're always together, yeah.
Yeah.
John, tell us what businesses you have currently.
So quite a
Oh, have you got all day?
Get the list out.
Yeah.
no, quite a varied range. So own quite a bit of property. We own a commercial property company, which is like a commercial estate agent. So we do sale and lettings of commercial property.
What's the name of that?
Parker Barris. And we do business sales. We're involved with a company called X Heat, where my partner in that's invented a really clever heating system.
That is really
It is
clever.
really
isn't
clever,
Really-
yeah.
I didn't understand what it was, but when he's
Very,
explained
very-
it to me,
yeah.
it's so clever.
Yeah.
Which is commercial heating, obviously hair and beauty. I've made a leap in
How
Oh, he
random,
loves
but
it now
I
he
know.
goes, is this, what shade's this wet?
Yeah.
I called
Wet.
you mean wet.
Wet. I find it hilarious when he's bombing about
He
it on a
loves
Monday
it,
morning.
absolutely loves
Yeah.
it. Oh, back home he goes, kiss the goss. Like, loves all the
Loves
goss.
it,
Yeah.
And then we've got some bars. So we operate a couple of bars, and then we own quite a few social clubs whereby that's quite unusual, where we acquire the club, rent it back to the committee, and then we have like a buying group with the largest brewery in the UK.
What, so renting them back to the committee, is that just to help the club out? Like, does it help them?
Yeah, so I think I grew up around working men's clubs.
Yeah.
And a lot of these social clubs, the large buildings, they fell on hard times. They haven't got the money to reinvest. But once the club's done up, and you give them a bit of guidance how they work, they can be profitable, and they do serve the community. So
I had this
John,
conversation
didn't
with
you
Mark.
take your brother's James's national insurance card into the club before to get a job when you were only like 13 or 14 so you could get the job?
I did, yes. My dad came home and said to my brother, "Oh, there's a really good job there for you in the Conservative Club in Linthorpe in Middlesbrough," and the job was a snooker marker. So basically, there was 4 snooker tables, and you'd wear a shirt and a tie, and you'd stand there. And, you know, Mr. Smith would come and say, "I'd like to play snooker." So you'd write his name on the board. And when the table was free, you'd set the balls up for him. You'd go and find him where he was in the club. You'd say, "Mr. Smith, your table's now ready." And I can't remember what the wage was, but it was really good wages for what the job was.
Yeah.
But once my brother obviously found out I'd got the job because I'd stolen his National insurance number.
Oh yeah, did he not? Did he find
That's
out?
so
He
funny.
did in the end, and he said to me, he said, "You stabbed me in the back." But the guy who like ran the club
How dramatic.
was the secretary, was a policeman, and he was really
Oh,
tall.
God.
And anyway, one day he went, "I want a word with you." And I thought, "Oh no, he knows."
Big part.
So he said to me, he said, "How old are you?" And I thought I'm just gonna have to tell the truth.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm 14. He said, "Yeah." He said, "You're a big lad for 14." And
Is
that
that
was
all
it.
he said?
Yes,
Brilliant.
He wasn't really bothered. Yeah. So and then so I've always had a ferocious work ethic.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy what I do in terms of, meeting different people, and I like problem solving, and I like quite complex issues to solve, and that's really what gets me up and gets me.
What's your
motivated.
favourite one? Like, do you like doing bars? But I think you like probably flipping things around, because sometimes it's nothing, and then a month later it's something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you love a good project.
Yeah,
don't you?
project, that's what I'm
Loves a
saying.
good project, yeah.
I think it's so varied what I'm doing. Every day is different, and I do like doing the property work where you're creating something, and I do like refurbishing stuff. And
You know what makes me laugh though, because I'll text you, "Hey, how's your day going?" And he'll send me a video, one of those video things. He's like in a drain up to where you're in like sewage. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just like in his suit."
well, I said to you the other day, I went, "Oh, what's he
Every-
opening you?" When I don't know, I'll have to text him later.
Yeah, because it's so different every single day. Like, I'm just like, I don't.
You don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so different.
yeah.
It's not that I don't listen,
yeah,
because you always say I never listen.
you definitely don't listen.
It's the menopause. We'll touch on that next episode.
You don't.
Yeah.
So, how did you start off?
So, but basically,
John, I know I keep buttoning, but please tell him the story when you had your last couple of quid in your pocket and you bought that man a drink, because it's just such a
yeah. So I started off just briefly, because you've jumped about 20 years ahead.
I was thinking, I'm sure
my
that's
work-
sure that's 2005.
Yeah. So I started off, I had a paper round when I was like really young. I had the largest paper round in the shop, and then I went to work part time in a pizza shop. Hello, Mario. I know you'll be watching.
Mario.
I'm still
Hi,
friends
Mario.
with Mario now. So I worked in a pizza shop in Stockton at the age of 14, like 1 or 2 nights a week, and then I ended up going 5 nights a week in the pizza shop. And I left school and joined college, which was Teesside Tertiary College, which would be like Middlesbrough College now. And I was studying A-levels, and I had a pager, which some people probably won't know what a pager
remember
is.
a pager.
Yeah.
Is that where you
Yeah.
clip it on your belt?
Yeah, yes, you
Yeah.
click on your belt. So if you want to send someone a message, you'd have to ring a call centre, give them the message, and then they'd
Would it buzz?
Basically, they'd text you. It was
Oh,
basically
is that what it was? So
like,
the
yeah,
te- would the
it was like a
text come up on the
message.
screen, right?
And then I was the only one and first one in my class to have a mobile phone, which makes me sound
hell, what
incredibly
year
old.
was that?
But that was only probably in the 90s, and I bought this Nokia Ringo phone. It was £120.
Nokia Ringo.
And-
I've never heard of them.
And it was just like a big brick phone. and it rang one time when I was in my class at college. And I'll tell you how like novel it was. The teacher stopped the class and everyone stopped working and like gawked up mouths while I was on the phone. Stuff you take for
Like,
granted.
look at Johnny,
Yeah,
he's got a
yeah.
phone. Now
Yeah.
it's in the Dorman's Museum.
Yeah.
Museum.
Well, funny enough, I
So
had,
funny.
years later I had a BlackBerry and I really cherished that BlackBerry. I loved
They were
it.
so
Oh, I
good.
loved my
Blackberries.
But
BlackBerry.
I was like the last person on BlackBerry Messenger.
BBM.
Yeah, so I used to just send a message to anybody out there.
Oh,
There was
no.
because
Were Blackberries for business? They were, weren't
yeah,
they?
but everyone sort of had BlackBerries. Then iPhones came up, but
Yeah.
I couldn't let go of this BlackBerry. So
Did you love
I've
it?
actually got it in a frame in my
No,
office.
you haven't. You haven't.
I have. Yeah.
Insert photo here.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Yeah. So I was working part time in a pizza shop, and then at the age of 17, I decided open my own pizza shop.
Incredible, this story.
so-
Like 17-year-old.
I
That's
went-
like my junior. It's mad.
Yeah, but I was just totally normal. I was just working all the time, so I thought, right, I'll go and open a shop. And I didn't have any money, so I went into the bank with my Nokia Ringo phone, and I got
Shut up.
Yeah, and I got refused for a loan. Thank you, HSBC. And anyway, so obviously I couldn't get a loan. So my grandma, God bless her, gave us £1,000 out of like
Oh, God, love
my
that.
inheritance
Did your
money.
dad get you a loan?
Yeah, my dad went and got me a loan. Hello, Dad. So
How much did he get you?
it was just shy of £8,000, and so we found an old baker's shop on Roman Road in Middlesbrough. It was called Alan Baker's. Sorry, an old butcher's shop. He was called Alan Baker, the butcher, and I renamed the shop. And because it was on Roman Road, I just added OS to the name Roman and came up with Romanos.
Oh,
I know.
Roman Road.
Yeah.
Romanos. And that shop's still there now. So there is
Did you sell it to them, the people that have it now?
It's been sold a few times since then, but I did a lot of work in that shop myself. Bought all second-hand equipment, and from when it opened, it was successful, to be honest. And I loved working there. And
did you used to get the people from the Linny after a night out for a pizza?
The Linny, we used to have people from the Linny, and and to be fair, I've got some brilliant stories when we worked in that shop. Whereby, so you used to have to go out the back door across. This sounds even older. You used to have to go across the backyard to go to the toilet.
This sounds like the black and white days.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But
the toilet out the back.
Because anyway, the toilet was out the back. So we had a girl working for us, and she'd come in. She said, "Hey, there was someone in the backyard, and this young lad." So in fact, I won't tell that story. I'll tell a different story. Yeah? No. So I was outside the shop. Sorry, I was working in the shop, and I had my first ever car, which was a Fiat Seicento Sporting. You probably couldn't get a smaller car than that.
How tall?
It was like a bubble car. Yeah. Anyway, but it was like pride and joy, and obviously because your first car's, you like pimp it up a bit. So the car was red, and I bought red dust caps, for like to put on the valves on the tyres, and a big group of kids walked past, and someone came in the shop while I was working and said, "Listen, they're pinching the valve caps off your dust caps." I was like, "What?" So I went out and chased this lad over to the Linny, and I said, "Listen, give me my dust caps back." And he was going, I haven't got them. And all these kids used to congregate on out the back of an old nursing home, which has since been demolished. So I thought I'll just drive around the back and I'd ask for my dust caps. So I pulled around the back of this nursing home. There must have been like 80 or 100 kids.
You asking me?
And I pulled up, and obviously I thought I can't back out. So I got out the car and I said, "Listen, you've only pinched 3 dust caps. Whoever it is, just put it in the car and we'll just leave it at that." And I left my car there and walked back and carried on working a bit. I went back a couple hours later to pick my car up, hoping that the dust caps would be on. And there was a paving slab through the windscreen.
I was thinking, what is going to happen to this car?
Yeah, and they'd spat all over my car. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How much were them 3 dust caps?
Oh, like they're probably about a 5 or 4.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So that was good. Yeah, and then went on to. I opened a sandwich shop at the same time as the pizza shop just shortly after.
The sandwich is good.
Brilliant, yeah.
Oh, what type of sandwich? Tell me the best sandwich.
Big tuna mayonnaise, fan with onion.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Oh, tuna. It's our fave, that, isn't it?
Yeah. So,
go make a tuna sarnie. Go on then. I'll make a good tuna.
All right, John the juice. Janine and the juice.
Yeah.
Proper loves fish, doesn't he, John?
So then after that, so I sold that shop, sold the sandwich shop, went to apply to join the police. And,
Good police.
And failed the test.
The bleed test?
No,
I
think it was the
spelling test.
I think it was the spelling test. So anyway, I failed that, which is obviously a blessed disguise. And I got a job for a few months in SK Chill Foods, which was a factory selling samosas and spring rolls for the likes of Asda and Tesco. And I remember I turned up for that interview in a suit, and everyone else had like tracksuits on. And anyway, obviously I got the job straight away, and it was a very 12 hours of pushing plastic trays through a washing machine to clean them. Anyway, after a few months, I thought I could do a better job running this factory myself. So
and how old were you?
I don't know, might be 18 or something. And then I helped my friend Mario to open a cash and carry, which supplied pizza shops. And the bank manager described that as a runaway juggernaut.
What does that mean?
So basically, we opened this cash and carry, which supplied pizza shops with the toppings and the packaging.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it was just a massive success. And it grew very rapidly. And then I found a fish and chip shop in Eaglescliffe that had been closed for a number of years, and I decided to open a fish and chip shop, but I didn't know how to cook fish and chips. So a friend of mine now, a guy called Ian Burns, came the night before.
The night before. What time were you opening the next morning?
No,
next day.
Well, actually, so
John all over this, isn't it?
Yeah. So the night before, he taught me how to cook fish and chips. But what I'd done as well in my wisdom, a time before social media, you'd send leaflets out to all the houses, and at the time I sold as a special offer for the first 2 weeks. If you brought a leaflet in, it was £1 for fish and chips. Brilliant. And the normal price was £3.50.
What's it now? Is it like a tenner now?
No, more than that.
Yeah, it'll be about
a tenner now.
Well, at £3.50, it was the most expensive fish and chips on Teesside, and I was one of the first ones to sell it in a cardboard box.
Yes.
And from when we opened that shop at 4 o'clock or 4:30, they were queuing to get in. You were like pushing them out at the end of the night, because obviously it was £1. It was a buy. It was a bit of marketing genius, to be honest. And then we had that shop 6 months, and I used to take my son George, he was a baby at the time, in his car seat, and I'd sit him out the back on the chest freezer in his car seat while I was flying away.
Stunk.
Yeah, I think he still, like you still can't get the smell of.
I thought he smelled weird. Yeah. 20 years later.
Yeah, and then we had that shop 6 months, and because it was like a success, someone came along and wanted to buy the shop, and yeah, so it's been interesting. Then I fell on hard times in probably about 2005. Had no money, had a young family. My house was getting repossessed, which was obviously incredibly stressful. And
why do you laugh at everything?
Because
you've got on.
House is getting repossessed.
Yeah. Because I think ultimately that was probably one of the hardest times of my life. But I took so many lessons away from that. You know, I'd bailiffs regularly come at the door, and it was massively stressful, massive pressure. And I took a self-employed role as like a salesman, and really we started doing financial claims, so which would have been renamed eventually to payment protection insurance claims. And I went and bought a suit for £7 from Dewhurst, which sold all the seconds out of Marks and Spencer's, Dewhurst in Darnestown. And I spent more on this suit repairing the pockets and getting it cleaned than I did. Anyway, it is ultimately that fake it till you make it. So
Yeah,
I looked really smart. You know,
But didn't have a wrap.
no, I didn't have a penny.
Oh.
And I tell you what, I think
Glad I never met you then.
Stunk of fish and chips.
yeah, stunk of
Doner kebab.
Glad I never met you then.
I don't think you would have went that.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
But I think realistically there's two reasons why someone goes to work ultimately.
Yeah.
And one is to achieve a gain, i.e. you want to buy a car or you want to buy a house or a mobile phone or something. And one is to avoid a loss. And obviously you're going to work extremely hard when you're trying to stop your house getting repossessed and trying to put
100%.
food on the table for the kids, and that's the reality. But something just funny popped in my head. So when we first started going out,
I know what you're gonna say.
we like so.
I know.
I am not a gold digger. I am not a gold digger.
So when we first started going out, obviously we were going for long walks on the beaches, and it was really romantic, and we'd tell each other everything. And I was walking along one day, and obviously we were talking about childhoods and bits and pieces. And I said, I always dreamed as a kid of being a millionaire. And what was your answer?
I've always wanted to marry one.
I've always dreamed of marry one. That's fucking brilliant.
We were laughing our heads off
That
there.
is brilliant.
So funny.
And now she's with one.
No,
I'm joking. I'm
No, it makes him do me like that.
Entrepreneur.
No. John, tell him that story when you spent your last like £20 on like a bottle of champagne. It always makes me like.
In a cheap bottle.
No, however much you
No,
had,
it
I
was-
can't remember.
It was in 1700s.
So basically, we started this sales role.
It was an hour proposal.
Yeah, so I'd started this sales role, and I had my £7 suit on, and the guy who ran the company was based in Manchester, and he took us all out for drinks. And I offered to get a round in, and he ordered a bottle of Laurent Perrier rosé champagne, and I had no money at all, and I can't remember what it was, maybe £60 or something, and that was like all the money I had. So I bought this bottle, like I had no money, right?
The worst ever.
Yeah.
Get
Anyway, I went,
Oh.
I said, oh, there you go. I remember he came up at the end of the night and he said, hey, look, he said, I just really want to say thanks very much for buying that drink. He said, I brought so many people out, and, you know, they all take off me and they don't buy anything. And I thought, they don't, like, you know, return.
Did you think he was going to give you the money back?
No. And I just thought, but I think it is that, like, fake it till you make it thing.
100%.
You know what I mean?
You do a lot of good for people, though. Like, you actually have got a heart of gold.
Yeah, I
do.
definitely.
Very thoughtful.
But I do think, I think sort of what goes around comes around. I remember I was in London with my son George, and there was a guy, and he was like begging for money. So I think I gave him £5 or £10 a number of years ago, and I said, look, and George was young at the time, and I said, listen, sometimes you've got to help people out, and I'd give this guy £5-10, and 5 minutes later we went into the nearest pub to use the toilet, and there's the tramp just shooting up.
Oh no,
John, you've just give someone some money in there to buy.
That's exactly what I was thinking when he was I give this person £5. I know exactly what that's for.
I just, but I am a firm believer if you do good to people, it will come back.
Definitely.
That champagne, is that why when you walk in your house you've got 6 bottles in that thing?
God, we've got so much.
Been saved up for years.
I know,
You won't let anyone touch them.
Yeah.
You ride them when I'm round. I'll end up opening it when I'm drunk.
Oh, you're a nightmare, you.
Oh,
Absolute nightmare.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? He runs out of drink. Next minute he's got the moy out. All
I know, but I go blind when I'm drunk, so I can't see if it says like LD. Oh, love
Lauren Perrier.
Yeah.
So Parker Barris.
Yeah.
That's your mate. Is that your main?
No, not really. Obviously, it was.
No.
Not really. So Parker Barris was commercial estate agent. So I remember probably, I think we actually started in about 2007 at the time, and we were doing management of properties. But I wanted to do sales and lettings, but obviously a credit crunch had come, and it was not the ideal time to start a property company. And so by 2013, I could see the market had changed, and we launched the sales and letting side. And within the first couple of years, we won several awards for being the most active deal maker in the Northeast. But that was like a numbers game. We were working the phones I was working the phones all the time, so I'd be ringing people.
So you Nokia?
Yeah,
you still have that Nokia.
Yeah. And basically, I was saying, listen, we don't charge any fees up front. We'd rent your property or we'd sell your property, and it wouldn't be uncommon to do 120 phone calls a day, plus text messages and emails, and as I say, I had this ferocious work ethic where I would work incredibly long hours. And one of the customers who we used to rent properties for had a little bar that had come empty and said, "Oh, will you find a tenant for this bar?" And I walked in and I thought, wow, it would be amazing to run a pub. Anyway, so
just puts his finger in every pie.
Where was this at?
So this was the Vault Bar in Stockton.
Oh,
It's still there now on Prince Regent Street, and this was 2010. And I walked in there and said, yeah, I'll have it. And so I used to do my commercial estate agency work Monday to Friday, have my tea Friday night, and then go to work till 4 o'clock in the morning, and work Friday, Saturday night till 3-4 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so we opened that venue, and it was just a massive flop, and it traded at a loss for 6 months.
God.
And I brought a guy in now, who people might know, Dad Loves Food, Craig Harker.
Oh, I've seen him on Facebook.
And I brought him to help me with the marketing. Obviously, I was oblivious to what the marketing was there, and he did some really wacky stuff. And
did he go to the Hummingbird then? Did he go to the Hummingbird trial of food, isn't he?
No, he's actually going there tomorrow.
Yeah, I knew that was coming up.
So I'm in touch with him, but he did some really wacky offers, and actually got me in a bit of trouble with the police and the license. So at the time, Jaeger bomb had just come out, and obviously Jaeger bombs were all the rage. Everyone was Jaeger bomb. Anyway, and he had this idea for Halloween of doing a 1 penny Jaeger bomb, and obviously it's an irresponsible drinks promotion. But he put that promotion out without telling me, and obviously, and Facebook had come out by now, so it had gone berserk on Facebook, and like the national newspapers were ringing us for a comment. The council, the licensing department, and the police were furious at such an irresponsible promotion.
Are you not allowed to do that?
No, you can't sell drinks for a penny.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was anyway, and then Trading Standards come along and said you can't call it a Jaeger bomb because we were using a product called Meisterschmidt, which was a cheaper alternative to Jägermeister. Meisterschmidt.
They do it in Empire as well. Yeah. A lot of places use it.
Yeah.
It's not as nice, I don't think.
No, but obviously it's a lot cheaper.
Jaeger bombs.
So basically, they were saying you can't call it a Jaeger bomb because you're not using Jägermeister. And at the time, I do remember there was a song out called "Move Like Jagger." You got to move
like Jagger.
So to the annoyance of all the authorities, we renamed them a Jagger bomb. We just put an extra G.
Oh God, yeah, of course. Brilliant.
Yeah. Anyway, so this night come along where it was Halloween. We were arguing with the police over these penny drinks, and I put some terms and conditions. And what we did is at the door, you paid £2 to get in, and then you paid a penny at the bar to get a drink. But basically, what we did is on the terms and conditions, you were paying £2 for your Jagger bomb, and at the bar, you were paying £1 1 entry fee. Obviously, we
thingied it round.
But it was we did annoy the authorities for that, but that was a massive success. Then after that, we'd sell like hundreds and hundreds of Jagger bombs.
Jagger bombs.
Jagger bombs. But obviously everyone just called them Jaeger bombs. And then we even had stickers made at the time, and we used to have people in the street going around giving these stickers out because our normal price was 99 pence for a Jaeger bomb, a Jagger bomb.
Jagger bomb.
And that venue then, so after 6 months of losses, it made a profit with obviously with the help of Craig, and then I really sort of learned my trade in the pub world through that venue. And when we got it, and it was really successful, and we remodeled it. And to be fair, we were got it as far as you could possibly go, but we learned so many things.
Where you go? Do you go down the stairs?
Yeah, to the
I've
basement.
been in,
Yeah. But we made so many mistakes there, and we learned a lot. And then
Live and learn.
off the back of that, we ended up with different venues, from social clubs to cocktail bars to nightclubs.
Very, very
nightclubs,
impressive.
yeah. So let's fire some random questions out.
All right then.
You go first.
So what's next for you business wise and personally?
I
You have just been on a webinar for the last hour.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
We were late.
Yeah. So I'm exploring options in Dubai.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'd love to open a salon in Dubai, which is something that we're going to do. But I am looking at some other business opportunities as well in Dubai. So yeah, rightly so. I've just
That's
Yeah.
your webinar. Was that what your webinar was about?
Yeah.
Go on.
And how about personally?
Oh yeah, personally.
I think personally, to be fair, I think I'm always learning, always developing, and I'd like to lose a bit of weight and get a bit fitter. But
You have lost weight.
You have
You're
lost
doing
weight.
really
I
well.
always tell when you lose
It's me, I'm a feeding, you know.
but I am starving now.
We are going to Chino straight after you get the pizza.
Yeah.
Do you think that you're ever going to take a step back? What age do you think you'll take a step back?
Yeah, I think I am very, very 100 mile an hour all the time, but I have.
You are, John. Like, I'm tired.
I am
tired.
I'm with you.
I am like, as soon as I open my eyes in the morning, bosh, I'm like ready to go to work.
Phone
And listen,
call
I
after
thrive
phone
off it, and I love doing it. But I am definitely now prioritising sort of more me time, if you like. So, so to answer your question, I don't think I'll ever take a step back. I think I will slow down a bit.
You'll just prioritise things more.
Listen, we love going on holiday and things, but I tend to work a little
John
bit.
likes to go on holidays
The only
on a
time
Friday.
he never worked, the only time we've been away, he never worked was on our honeymoon. Even in Vegas, he was working, Jake.
Well, Vegas, he was working.
Yeah.
Well, I had a conversation with him. He likes to go away on a Friday because his work can be finished on a Friday.
Yeah.
He can enjoy the holiday till the Monday morning and pick up work from there.
Yeah, but the honeymoon was the only time.
Well, I
wasn't
think
it?
the divorce would have been on the cards if he started getting his laptop out and that.
I know. I thought he was going to do that.
Would you have said anything? It's
No,
just normal.
I don't say anything.
Just normal.
Just get on with the toner.
I'll ask a question now. So, youth of today, what is their work ethic like compared to yours and what it was like years ago?
I think, the youth of today have definitely got so many more opportunities than what we have. But I do think a generation has almost like lost the way a bit, whereby, and we're guilty of it, you want to give your kids what you never had growing up. I don't want to say we were destitute growing up, but we weren't given anything. We weren't given a car or anything like that.
People didn't have the money years ago.
Our kids are very lucky though.
But I think if you look at the advance in technology now, people might say they've got no money and no food, but I bet they've got a mobile phone. And is that really an essential? And I think it's just hard work, working long hours. But I think sometimes they're blinded by what they see on social media, fancy hotels, holidays, cars, or whatever it might be that they're into, these sports stars, where ultimately it's really, really hard work. And there's no shortcut.
Do you not think as well? I think people, like young kids these days, are a bit more entitled. Oh, do you not think?
They feel they're more entitled.
Yeah, they feel they're more entitled. Like, do you get what? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like they want everything, but
that's
you've
it.
never
got it. We never got nothing. We've grown up. That's probably why we work so hard.
I think everyone, the vast majority of people I know who had classes being successful, they weren't lucky. It's sheer hard work, but once you don't see that hard work. So I might wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, something's on my mind. I could get up, go to work, go to the office, work till 8 o'clock. I'm going back. I'd work till 8 o'clock in the morning. I'd come home, get the kids up for school sort of thing, take them to school, and then I'd go back to work. And people don't see. People don't see behind the scenes.
I've never known someone to work as hard as you in my life.
That blows my mind.
Like, I've never known it. Like, I just say you are a one-off.
What's yours?
I enjoy it.
I know.
Listen, I'm not. That's if you stopped working, then what would you do? I do enjoy the challenge, and I'm passionate about work and the different business sectors that we're involved in. I really enjoy it. But I think if someone's saying about making it in life, making your first million or whatever it is, it's sheer hard work. It's a long hours, pure graft.
And it's a lot of there's a lot of struggles as well, isn't it?
Oh, life struggle.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah. Have you got any more questions?
Yeah, let me have a look. So,
Oh God, have I put you under pressure?
Yeah, you have, yeah.
Sing us a
What's
song,
your
John.
favourite thing to do to relax? Like to switch off? I know, obviously you know what it is, but go on.
So, because so people say we go on these amazing holidays and we have these amazing experiences and we stay in some amazing places and hotels and we go to concerts and you have front row seats to this and that. We do all those things, but really,
You have got a good life.
Yeah, and we have some amazing experiences and you meet some amazing people. But if someone said, "What do you like doing the best?" Really, I love going for a picnic.
Oh yeah! Oh my God!
And I think very, very simple. And I think ultimately, that flips back to
With a bottle of what?
With a bottle of lemonade.
Champagne.
Yeah. But I think that goes back to 2020 where COVID come. I've been recently separated. I was living by myself. I had businesses and various things, but ultimately then, because you couldn't work anymore and you were living by yourself, you think, right, what do you want out of life? Well, all the things as a kid you dreamed of money and businesses and bits and pieces, I had those things and I still wasn't happy. And so I think ultimately you sat, and I was by myself a lot, and you reflecting. I'd go walking and running every day up the hills and things. And I thought, what do you want out of life? And I just want to be happy. And happiness comes in all different shapes and sizes. But
I do like.
Yeah, but I think majority of people don't realise what they've got. We are a society now where people want more and more and more. More of what? What do you want it for?
Where that picnic tree, go and have that picnic.
Yeah, listen. My favourite thing, I'll go walking, just go walk on the hills. But we are a society now, and I think social media has fueled this fire where, people, there's a bit of a competition. I want to do this and get this car and do this, and I want this watch and you think,
whatever you've got's not good enough.
Yeah, if you've got your health and you've got your friends and your family, then you've won.
Yeah.
But people get
always
so
want something
fixated on material things, and that doesn't bring you happiness.
So
what brings you happiness?
You.
Thank you.
Following up the story, go for that picnic.
Yeah. Get on Tinder.
Yeah.
Get on Tinder and go for that
Swipe
picnic.
to the right.
Yeah.
See me fishing there, fishing.
I know, fish, cod, line.
Yeah. It's been a real food thing.
It really has, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So other questions, just about general life, really, isn't it? Like,
Let me have a little look.
Have a little look.
So what would your dream life look like?
Pretty much,
You're happy, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm really happy.
What does pretty much mean? No, I'm joking. Should we like that now?
I am. It's
Why don't we talk about the wedding?
The wedding.
Yeah.
The wedding.
Yeah. So
We were talking about that the other day when we said we'd do it all again yesterday.
Oh, listen, I'll do it all again tomorrow. So yeah, obviously, so we got engaged, and for your birthday, I'd arranged to meet the wedding planner, and I thought we're at Grantley Hall, which I think is an absolute amazing venue, and I thought it'd be.
You told me we were going for food.
I said yes. I said we're going to food at Grantley Hall, but I'd arranged to meet the wedding planner there, and I thought it'd be lovely to have like an intimate wedding with just like close friends and family. And Janine just had other ideas, and it completely like spiraled out.
Grew arms, legs.
The flowers.
Yeah,
the flowers.
The cake. So yeah.
Are you telling the story about the cake?
Yeah. So all I wanted was like a little fruit cake, and somehow we ended up with a really clever, talented Kelly Floral, who attention to detail is absolutely amazing. She's put so many things together, and I was going, I just want a fruit cake for a wedding cake, and hey, you can't have fruit cake. Everyone was like sponge.
It's like a fruit cake. They were like, yeah, fruit cake. I was thinking.
Anyway, like
I wanted a lemon cake.
I remember I walked in on the morning of the wedding into the room. The room was all dressed up, and this cake was there. God, it was like, I think it was taller than me.
Was it 12 tiers? 12 tiers?
Yeah, it definitely put me in tears.
Did you eat the cake?
Yeah, it was absolutely gorgeous.
Was it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I never ate none.
Yeah.
And then where did you go on honeymoon? South of France?
South of France 2 weeks.
Monaco.
Nice, Cannes. Travelled a bit to
I
Saint-Tropez.
couldn't believe that Monaco's not... Is Monaco not part of France, or am I being daft?
It's its own country, yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
I know you told me that.
I know, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
To think what you're Googling at 3 a.m, how tall is Jesus? Do you know when you're bored? But what else can we touch on? Any more questions?
How did you get into the hair and beauty industry then?
Like you forced me. No, so
through marriage.
Yeah. No, so I think it started with the salon really in Stockton, and we got a team and designed the salon, and we opened that. And as soon as I finished any project, or straight away I'm like, how could we do that better? And there was some mistakes there, not from a customer's point of view that they'd noticed, but there was some things there. And then we were away. I can't remember, we were away somewhere, and this salon came up in Middlesbrough. It was like an office, and straight away we were away. And I said that would be an unbelievable salon. And listen, we've made mistakes in here. Definitely.
Yeah.
Not that someone would not that someone would notice, but I'm saying as soon as I finished this, I was like, how can I do another one better? And so, but
that's where Dubai
week
comes
2
in.
and mention it like I thought, please. It was week 2 and you were.
No.
Yeah, but I think we have really put our heart and soul in this, and it's you know, the feedback's been absolutely amazing. And as part of like creating something like this, it is about, well, what is the customer journey?
Yeah.
What is the customer journey from when they arrive and, you know, moving throughout the salon and bits and pieces.
But they'll love it done. They'll come in here, they'll have a cup of tea,
Jammy
they'll have loads
Dodger.
of snacks, like pepperonis, party rings, everything. They'll love it done, and they're like
they do.
taking pictures, putting on the sort. It's
funny because
a good
obviously a
little-
lot of our clients have came from everywhere with us, from the Corbin Ewan
Yeah.
salon, the Latin salon, back to Corbin Ewan, from your house probably.
Yeah.
So all you have to do, right, is put a little pack of mini 6 party rings in front of them and go, oh, this is posh. I think it was a 6-pack for 98 pence on your club card.
But I think from the hair and beauty industry, obviously it's a growth market. It's predicted to grow over the next few years. But really impressed, really, with some younger people come and work here, and you know, it's a real family atmosphere. And I think they couldn't get a better environment to work in terms of the training, expertise, and the learning, and you know,
And they're watching, they can watch other people, can and grow from there.
And you know, I was when we first met, I was blown away by the hair loss systems and things you were doing, and I find it really interesting, to be honest. And that's, you know, and I think it'll be, to take this sort of concept over to Dubai. I think it'll be incredible, and
Like a one-stop shop.
Yeah, and I think there's
Definitely,
a gap in the market.
Oh,
there.
1,000,000%, yeah. We said this, haven't we? Unreal.
You had a question?
I was just gonna say, like, what about the videos we're doing? What do you think of like
Brand awareness.
brand awareness?
Listen, I think it's fantastic from a marketing point of view. I think people love to sort of see behind the scenes. People love to see. I love the videos where someone comes in, they might have thinning hair or hair loss, and
I love them.
and the transformation. And you know, we've had loads of conversations where a husband might bring his wife in, and the husband bursts into tears when he reveals seeing his wife, and that's you know, a lot of people aren't comfortable getting that filmed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
it's lovely when someone does, isn't it?
yeah,
Real life.
Absolutely. But I think getting behind the scenes, I think it's fantastic. We'd obviously been offered on numerous occasions to go on TV shows.
Oh, God,
so
yeah.
we got asked to do
Borough Wives or something.
Borough
Wives.
Borough Wives.
We were like,
Yeah.
us. Us. And then,
you didn't do it.
no, we declined that. And then we got
Rich House
Pool
House.
House. He asked us to do that. And then
holiday swap.
holiday swap. But I was like,
You were moving at the same time, weren't you?
Yeah.
Your new house, which was amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
But didn't you say, listen, we don't even have a house at the minute?
Yeah.
I was like, we're talking
Yeah.
about house,
You must be the Pool House. I haven't got one. And then obviously that holiday swap. And I was going, I love a caravan.
I don't know about holidays. What?
So Rich House Pool House got in touch, and then we were like, oh no, it's just not for us, because it get too into your personal life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Pick it apart.
And then because we declined that, then it's the holidays where you go to like the Maldives or Haggerston Castle.
That would have been a bit of you.
so
we love Haggerston
that
Castle.
is your life.
Yeah.
Haggerston Castle. and Maldives.
Yeah. So I think by sort of doing the videos and putting yourselves out there, obviously you do get some nasty comments and a bit of hate and bits and pieces, and you know, I think.
But I read them on a morning. I go,
I know.
John, have you read that?
There's just
Some people aren't like you though.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
Yeah,
that
but
you
I'm
can be like
thick-skinned, but I'm like, have you seen that? But it makes me, hey God, we laugh, to be
No,
fair,
no,
John. We do.
well,
We are.
But you've got, and I think in business you've got to have thick skin, and
Yeah.
you know, you've got to think, well, I won't waste my energy on that person and that comment, and you know, just
I can see how
go
people
ahead.
get upset. New business owner trying to
Totally.
do something like this, doing a little video.
And
It would rip you apart, wouldn't it? But
Yeah.
just ignore them. They're idiots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I think if you know, people do make mistakes. So I think if it was a genuine complaint or a genuine issue, you'd go
Different, yeah.
above and beyond to
course you would.
rectify
Yeah.
that issue.
Yeah.
But someone just sat behind a keyboard saying you look fat or you look ugly. Or,
Yeah, like Donna, mum of 3 kids, like
Yeah,
commenting on
yeah.
your video saying you look fat. Well, thanks, Donna.
I
yeah.
know,
of three
stating the
kids.
obvious,
Yeah.
are we?
Full-time.
Me sat here
Next
breathing
minute I'm
in.
in Turkey, you get, whoop, get it all
Getting a
sucked
full
out.
surgery, yeah.
Me sat here breathing in.
People are cruel though, and they
are.
actually are cruel.
Yeah,
I
It's
would
just-
never.
But
It's ridiculous.
I always say as well, people do focus on a negative thing. So if you went and had a meal in a restaurant, it was the best meal you've ever had, you might tell 2 people. But if you went in a restaurant and you got bad service, or something, you just tell everyone you bumped
You
into
put it
that
on
day.
Facebook,
Yeah,
put it
it's
on
funny,
this,
isn't it?
put it on Google review.
It is, yeah. So
people are just draining. Everyone's draining.
They're all draining.
yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to see like the feedback we get from the podcasts.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
and I know everyone is absolutely excited for John.
So if there's any keyboard warriors, and you want to slow me,
Don't be picking on him.
Yeah,
I was gonna
please,
say yours best.
please don't pick on us. Yeah,
Please. So finishing up, last question. What's next for you?
I'm not entirely sure. No, I've had a very, very hectic year.
What you're opening up tomorrow?
Nothing tomorrow. But we've had a very hectic year in terms of the number of refurbishments and things we've done this year. And I'm going to spend quite a bit of time towards the end of the year on the X-Heat, which is the heater that was invented, the innovative heater. So, because obviously we're cold spell. That's what
He'll do well.
that's when we sell heaters. So just more of the same, to be honest. Try and get a bit more me time and try and keep Janine happy.
In the meantime,
But we've got the salon in Dubai to do, so that's going to take up a lot of time. We'll go to Dubai in the end of October for 3 weeks, hopefully trying to get a property in place.
But obviously, I'm doing things.
That's going to be like back and forth. That's going to be quite busy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll
there's no way you could. You will not slow down.
No.
I think before you told me that he was going to retire at 45.
That's what he said. I went.
Absolutely
That's
not.
what he told me, and I was like, "There's absolutely no way you will."
I don't think I'd ever retire, but I do think I'd slow down into it more.
Like we said,
we've been off about the last week, or so I've been dead jealous. When I've been working Grafton last week, and he was just going little day trips. I was jealous stiff.
Obviously, I've been taking my grandson.
I mean, he's been taking Theo. That's been.
Yeah.
That's,
Hi, Theo.
Hi, Theo. No, but when I'm at work thinking, well, I want to go.
What's the Scarborough?
Yeah.
No,
Beamish.
Beamish.
No, so I do love knocking around with Theo because he's the only one who come to Beamish.
Yeah.
If you haven't been to Beamish,
he's brilliant.
You buy a ticket and you can use it all year round.
Yeah. But I'm saying that there's it's the simple things like that. I've loved doing. Like I'll go to Scarborough for the day or whatever. I do find it relaxing.
You went to Scarborough the day. Took you how many hours to get back?
Yeah, because there was a fire on the mowers, so it took us 3 hours to get home.
Yeah, someone had a barbecue, you know.
Someone
had a barbecue. It was Whitby, wasn't it? Near Whitby.
In between Scarborough and Whitby, yeah.
So my Whitby client came in, fire, dry, just spread. It was burning for days.
Yeah.
How daft. Like, put your barbecue out.
No way. Yeah. Well, you texted me, or you ringing me. I'm stuck, and then you were sending me videos. You was like, loads of...
Why are they having a barbecue on the mower?
I don't know. That might be lies, so don't take that. Like, I don't know.
Big rumours.
Big rumour.
Lots of rumours. Yeah.
Spreading faster than
I
the
think
fire.
you just made that up.
No, I didn't. It was my
Bit of
client
clout.
from Whitby. I swear to God. Right, so...
Name and shame.
Name and shame.
What was she cooking on the barbecue?
I don't know. Sausages.
Yeah.
Brisket.
Fish.
Yeah.
So, shall we wrap this up? It's been really good having you on, John.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thanks very
coming
much.
on. Not that you had a choice, like,
I know.
but it's been good for us to get to learn to speak to someone out of us as well, because you're the first person. Yeah, it's the
first guest.
No, even with our normal videos, we've had no one really
Yeah.
on them. We don't let anyone come on them.
I
I'm
know.
joking.
Even
But
on
yeah.
the last video, it was a bit awkward, wasn't it? We done the teaser one
in there.
and
Yeah,
you
you
sat
were
in the
on
middle
our
of us, and you were
video.
like, "Oh, it feels weird, 3 of us."
It does. It just. But
Three
this is nice. to
cheers
start
in a
off.
pod.
Three
Three-
cheers.
Thank you for tuning in to 3 Cheers in a Pod.
Yeah.
And we shall see you on the next episode with our new guest. Oh, is it our new guest, or are we doing another one by ourselves? Maybe mid.
Well, the next guest's going to be Amy, isn't it?
So we don't know
All
what
dolled up.
episode, but definitely the next guest.
Yeah, the next guest.
So everyone wave at the cameras. Bye.